another video. So this one is yoga for kids. So I have my little helper here. Who's this?
Harry.
How old are you, Harry?
7.
7. And do you like doing yoga?
Sort of.
Sort of. That's a good start. So we'll just go through just a few little fun poses, something nice to do when we're all stuck in at home. So we're all going to begin in a nice cross-legged position here. So coming down as you'd sit at school on the carpet, nice and grounded, sitting up nice and tall. So that's it, Harry, that's it. Imagine someone's got a little string on top of your head and your head's coming up nice and tall while your shoulders are falling down. So they're relaxing down your back. That's it, lovely. And then looking forward. So just a little bit about yoga. Who knows what yoga means?
Stretching.
Stretching, good guess. No? It actually means union, which means that we're uniting, joining some things together. So what do you think those things could be? I'll give you a clue. There's 3 things and we're uniting them when we do yoga. Do you want me to give you a clue? So one of them is
Brain.
brain. What's another word for brain?
Mind.
Mind. Good boy. Number 2 is, what is all this?
Body.
Body. Good boy. And the last one, I'll give you a clue.
Brain.
Yeah, so what were those 3 things? Say them nice and loud and clear.
It was
Loud and
mind,
clear.
breathing, and body.
Yeah, so body, mind and breath. So all of those 3 things. We're going to be doing those all the way through our practice today and just making sure they're all working together in unity. So starting again in your seated position, let's bring our hands onto our knees, sitting up nice and tall, and let's just do a little dance with our hips and our shoulders. So imagine you've got some pencils sticking up from your shoulders and we're drawing some nice big circles on the ceiling. Does that make sense, Sarah?
Yeah.
Really big circles. Can you make them a bit bigger? That's it. And then we'll go the other way around. Whee! Good boy. Nice big circles. Perfect. And then when you're ready, we're going to come back into the middle. Nice long spine. Beautiful. And we're going to have a little look at our feet. So I just want you to bring your feet out in front of you and bring the soles of your feet together. So we're going to make a little foot book. So we're going to bring our feet together and we're going to open them up like a little book. What does your foot book tell you, Harry?
Feet are very smelly.
Feet are smelly, good, and dirty. Mine is telling me that I've been in the garden and they're dirty. So hopefully your books at home will tell you nicer things, that they're nice and clean and they smell of roses. So from here, holding onto your foot book, we are going to pretend to be butterflies. Let's again make that spine go nice and long. So what we don't want is everyone to round down like this. We want our spines nice and flat. And then we're going to flap our little butterfly wings, or maybe even the pages of our book. So let's flap, 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 nice and gently to begin with. And what we're doing here is we're stretching our hips. So can you feel, Harry, here right at the top of your legs, that little muscle working around your hips? Yeah. So we've got some adductor muscles going down here. We've got our hip flexors going in front of our hip points. Lovely. And then just releasing down, so stop flapping. See how low you can get your knees down towards the ground. Well, that's lovely in there. You can probably feel that a lot now. Can you feel it in your hips?
What?
Stretch in your hips. Yeah. Keep lengthening through that spine, and I'm going to tell you that there's a little torch shining out of your heart. So when you're up like this, you want your heart to shine forward. We don't want it to shine down to the ground. We want it to shine nice and forwards. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like the sun.
Yeah, like the sun is shining out of your heart, shining forwards. Right, well done everybody. So just that gently lift our knees back up, closing foot book. That was a good little read. And give our feet a little tap on the floor. Good boy. So we're going to swing around onto onto all fours, so into our tabletop pose. So when we're in tabletop, we want our knees underneath our hips and our hands underneath our shoulders. And we want our back to look nice and flat. Lovely, Harry. So keep your gaze just at the end of your mat, or just to the floor in front of you. So lift your gaze up a little bit there, Harry, so your neck is a little bit longer. Lovely, and we're going to do some cat-cows. So hopefully you all know how to do these. If you don't, I will explain. So as we breathe in, we're going to come into our cow pose. So we're going to drop our belly down, lift our head up, Harry, look forwards, that's it, and stick our bottoms up in the air. Keep dropping your belly down. How low can your belly go down to the ground? Does that feel funny?
Yeah.
And then as we breathe out, we're going to turn into cats and angry cats. So round through that spine, tuck your chin into your chest, press your hands into the mat. Lovely, Harry. And say, meow. Good cat noise. And again, let's come back to our cow. So nice big breath in as we turn into a cow. Shine that heart forwards again. Drop your belly. Lift your bottoms. Lovely. And back to your angry cat. So you could even hiss like an angry cat. What was that noise? Lovely, beautiful. So let's come back to the table and get that back nice and flat again. That's it. Stay like that, Harry. So nice and still. I'm just going to check how flat Harry's back is. And to do that, I'm going to use this little can of a lemonade. So stay nice and still. What do we reckon? Does it make a good table? Da, 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 da. Don't move, Harry. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful tabletop, Harry. Well done. So our next pose is going to be from our tabletop into our child's pose. So who knows child's pose? You know that, Harry? So all we're going to do is take our bottom all the way back and then walk our hands all the way forwards and release down to the floor. So if that hurts your hands forwards, you can always slide them down by your side or head down to the ground. So we're like a nice little baby in a little ball. So this is called child's pose. So taking some nice deep breaths here. So remember what that yoga is all about. The mind, the body and the breath. So let's slow them all down. So our body is nice and still. Our breath is nice and long. So big long inhales and exhales through the nose. And how are we going to slow our minds down? So you stay there, Harry. So what you want to do when you're slowing your mind down is rather than thinking about a million things all at once, so what you're going to have for dinner, what you want to play, what you're going to do in the next level of Mario, Harry. So rather than thinking about all these millions of things, I want you to think about what you're doing exactly right now. So if you are in your child's pose, you need to think about your nice big breaths. You need to think about your body curling into a little ball. And you just need to think about the way you're feeling. And that way, you'll forget about everything else. So nice deep breaths, lovely. So after child's pose, we're going to bring our hands back around in front of us. Spread our fingers, press down through the hands. And when you're ready, we're going to lift our bottoms back up. That's it. Tuck all our toes underneath us and come into downward dog. So I'm sure a lot of you have done this before. So bottoms go back and then we lift them up to the sky and releasing down. So have a little walk with your dog. Take your knees and bending one after the other. Really nice, Harry. Keep your hands where they are. You can go for an actual little walk if you want. Let's try it. Little walk forwards, little walk back. And then we'll tell our dog to stay nice and still in our downward dog. So this is really stretching our back. Lovely, Harry. I want you to give your head a little shake So guys, make sure your necks are nice and free. We're not holding on to any tension. We're not tightening up through those muscles. Beautiful. And now, I want you all to take a little hop. So we're going to hop our feet between our hands, but we're going to try and do it as quietly as possible. So let's have a competition. Ready, Harry? So you listen to my hop. Ready? Right, let's hear. Oh, that was lovely. Lovely and quiet. Beautiful. So from here, let's just sit up nice and tall and balance on our toes. Lovely. So you do a nice long spine. Keep your knees together. Hands on the floor. Do you think, Harry, you might be able to balance and bring your hands in front of your heart? Got to find something to look at.
Not the pigeon that's
Not-
moving.
no, not
Casper, I'm about to get it on the shelf.
No, not a moving pigeon and cat. That wasn't a good choice there, Harry. So if you think you've got a nice big balance here, try and have a little look from side to side. So keeping your legs nice and still, just twisting through your waist. Round to one side, round to the other. Beautiful. And then let's release our hands back down to the ground. Ready? And then bring our bottoms all the way up. And pedal through our legs again. So have a little pretend walk, bend your knees, lift your heels off the mat, Harry. That's it. So a nice little walk. Do you know what this pose is called? In Sanskrit. This has got a funny name. It's called Uttanasana. Can you say that?
Uttanasana.
Uttanasana. Lovely. So bring your heels down, a little bend in your knees. Bounce your bottom up and down. And then sweep your arms out nice and wide. Coming all the way up. Hands come together. And bring them down in front of your heart. Beautiful. So let's face the front. You can see yourself in the screen there, Harry. Lovely. So we're going to do a little bit of a part of a sun salutation. So we're going to, with our hands in front of our heart, lift our arms all the way up. So imagine it's the sun rising. Open up your arms, so spread your fingertips and send your hips forward. Look up at the sky. So we're opening the body. Lovely, Harry. Then a nice big breath out. Let's come back. So hands come back together. And we're going to fold all the way down, bending our knees and brush our fingertips down to the ground. So you ready? We're going to do that again. Harry, big breath in. Take those arms all the way out, nice and wide. Hands come together. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. So back into our mountain pose, standing nice and tall. And again, breathe in, send them back up. Open the body, stretch those fingertips, lovely. And exhale, bring them all the way back down. So bring your hands through your forehead, your nose, your mouth. And then tickle the floor with your fingertips. Beautiful, one more time. So I'm gonna just let you move with your breath, Harry. Opening up. Exhale, bring your hands down to the heart. One more time. We're going to do that again. So reaching up nice and tall, opening through your front body, shining that torch all the way up to the sky, and then coming back. So forward fold. Little bend in your knees, sweeping your fingers all the way down. And we're going to come into our ragdoll. So I want you to hold on to your opposite elbow toe. Just have a little sway from side to side. That's it. So let your head hang down nice and heavy. Lovely. Arms are hanging. Everything's hanging. That's it. Beautiful. And then one more time. Let's just roll up nice and slowly like a floppy old ragdoll. Super slow motion, Harry. That was a speedy getting up. And we're back in our mountain pose. So let's face our palms to the front of the room, lovely, and a little gap between your feet, grounding down, so pressing your feet down into the mat. Lovely, so we're going to come into a warrior pose. So this one's quite a nice strong pose, and then we're going to try a little balance. So I want you all to bring your hands back to your heart, and then take a nice big step forwards with your left foot step. Perfect. So come back onto your mat, Harry. So what we want is our back heel come down to the mat. If that feels a bit funny, you can stay on your tiptoes. But I want a nice big bend in this knee. Let me see. You can bring your hands to your hips if that's easier. Lovely. Make sure your hips are facing to the front of your mat. Perfect, Harry.
Not there.
Not open like that. Yeah, perfect. Twist them all the way around, facing forwards. Beautiful. Bring your hands back to your heart. And we're a warrior. So we've got a big long sword. So we're going to lift our big long sword up to the sky. Keep bending that left knee, Harry. Beautiful. Shoulders relax. Lovely. So this has got another funny name that I'm going to get you to say. It's called Virabhadrasana.
Virabhadrasana.
Perfect. Super job, Harry. So shall we have a little go at flying from here into our aeroplane pose? So bring your hands back down in front of you. And then I'll show you. We're going to gently lift our back leg up. And open our aeroplane wings. Whee! Are you flying, Harry?
Yeah.
Perfect. Lovely, everyone. So remember, we're going to come down all the way. Wings coming out nice and wide. Balancing there. Beautiful. If you fall out, you come straight back in. So have a little play. See how still you can keep your aeroplane. Beautiful. And then bringing your right leg back down. Sweeping those arms all the way up. Back to heart centre. Oh, sorry, Harry. Am I going to sleep? So we'll just try that on the other side, guys. So this time, bring your hands onto your hips. And take a nice big step backwards with your left leg. So left leg comes back, right leg's forwards. Harry McNair, do you think they all want to see your bottom?
No, I'm going to see which way you're doing.
That's it. So nice deep bend in that right leg. Remember, hips are coming forward. So imagine you've got little lights on your hips. Where they're going to shine? All the way to the front of your mat. Beautiful. And let's come back into our warrior. So hands here. Lifting them up to the sky. Nice big sword. Shoulders relax. That's it. Do you remember what the warrior pose is called?
Or standing up.
Virabhadrasana.
Oh.
Right, so from here, our warrior is going to turn into a super flying aeroplane. So you'll bounce, bring your hands back to the heart. And we're going to lift that left leg. Woo! Open up our wings and fly like an aeroplane. So this is where you need to find something to look at. Something that's not moving. Don't worry if it's a wobbly aeroplane. You can just come back out and go back in. One more breath. Whee! And then floating that left leg back down. Sweeping the arms up. Back to heart centre. Well done, mister. So I think because we're doing so well at our balancing, we could have a little go at tree, because you're a bit of an expert at tree, aren't you? So let's stand nice and tall, Harry, so you can have a look on the screen. Beautiful. So which leg should we do first, Harry? You decide.
Tricky look at us.
So which leg's staying on the floor? That one is your...
Right.
No. So we're going to start on our left leg. So make your left leg nice and strong. So to do that, you want to press down through the foot, you want to lift your kneecap up. Make this quad nice and strong, give it a little punch. Is your leg nice and strong? Other leg, Harry, so left leg down, that's it. And then we're just going to lift, come onto the tiptoes of our right foot, that's it. So if that feels good, you can just stay here. That feels like a bit of a balance. Hands come to the heart space. If you want to be a little bit, make it a little bit more tricky, we're going to bring that foot inside our left foot leg. So you can have it there, or you can bring it all the way up inside your thigh. So Harry, where are you going to put yours? Beautiful. So let's find our spot to look at. So something nice and still. When you're ready, let's turn into trees. So lifting your branches and then opening them up. Beautiful. the cat coming? Oh, this is a good challenge, Harry. So try and stay nice and still. Don't let the cat distract you. This is perfect challenge. Beautiful. Well done. When you're ready, let's lift our branches all the way back up. Come back to the heart space. Very good work, Harry, then. Let's release our foot down and give everything a little shake, 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 shake. So should we try on the other side? See if we're just as good. So let's see, Harry, if this was your left leg, what is this leg? Right leg. So how do we make it nice and strong? Yeah, but you have to lift up your kneecap and engage your muscles. So really squeeze this leg, make it nice and strong. And then let's bring our left foot wherever we had it on the other side. So you can either be on the tiptoes, inside your calf, or all the way up inside your thigh. Hips are nice and open. Bring your hands to your heart space. Lovely. So let's turn into trees. So branches lift up to the sky. Beautiful, Harry. Really nice. Let's open up those branches. Keep that mind nice and still. So remember to focus on what you're doing right now. Beautiful, Harry. If you wobble, don't worry, you just wobble back in. You want to make it really tricky, have a little go at closing your eyes. Makes it very tricky. Beautiful, well done. So gently release your hands back. Bring your foot back down to the ground. Well done, everybody. So that hopefully that's got everyone a little bit more focused. And their minds calms down a little bit, or you could be doing what Harry's doing. Come on, mister, concentrate. So it's your turn now. You're up next to show your pose. So we're going to make our way to a pose that Harry has invented called Spider. So hang on a minute. So first of all, we're going to take our feet out nice and wide. Bring our hands back in front of us. And we're gently going to sink our bottoms all the way down to the floor. Does that feel okay? So first of all, we're going to stay here. Now this is called a yogic squat. So you can wiggle your feet around to make it nice and comfy. Press your hands together. Maybe just rock from side to side. So this is called Malasana, which is a yogic squat. So you can tell everyone you know Malasana. Can you say that one? Malasana.
A bit like banana.
Bit like banana, but Malasana. So from here, Harry is going to demonstrate spider pose. So you remember how to do it? Hands come down, don't they? Fingertips forwards. We're going to lift our bottoms and then walk our hands under our legs. That's it. Beautiful. So from here, what do we do?
If you put us up, your feet.
Bottoms come back and feet come up, don't they?
That's straight.
Where do your feet go in Harry's pose? You bring your feet together.
No, not together. That's praying spider.
Praying
My
spider.
other one.
Well, you can all try all different varieties of spider. You can have long leg spider, praying spider,
Praying spider.
or what's your spider?
This is spider.
Or just spider like this, wobbly spider.
Wobbly.
And then we're going to gently go, woo,
Wait.
drop our bottoms down. Oh, come back into our cross-legged seating. Well done, everyone. So sitting up nice and tall again. Have a little drink if you need to. Harry, take your time. Come on. So we're going to come back to our cross-legged. Can't get a staff these days, can you? Joking. So we're going to twist, okay? So what I want you to do, stay nice and grounded. So feel your sit bones, or your bottom, those little bones in your bottom, pressing down into the ground. Nice long spine. Sweeping your arms up. Lovely, Harry, all the way. And then we're going to rotate all round to our right. So we're rotating this way. Bring your left hand down to your right knee. And take your right hand behind you. That's it. No. So this hand comes over to the knee. That's it. And that hand comes on the floor behind you. Beautiful. So staying here. Can you feel your spine twisting, Harry? nice big stretch. So have a little look over behind you. So turn your head round, that's it. And stay nice and tall. So we're giving our spine, like we're wringing out our spine, we're giving it a nice little squeeze. And lovely, come back to centre. Sweep those arms all the way back up. And then round to the other side. So your right hand comes all the way over to your left knee and your left hand comes behind you. So your right hand, other hand, that's it, perfect. So sitting nice and tall and looking over, having a little peek over our left shoulder. So we're twisting our spine in the other direction, giving it a nice big squeeze. And back to centre, sweeping those arms up. Lovely, let's just take a little side stretch. So let's come down to the right, or you can go left, either way. Reach with your fingertips, touch your fingertips, doesn't matter. Ooh, we're making a little shape. And then over to the other side, ooh, like a windmill.
No, half triangle.
Half triangle maybe, or like a nice big side stretch. So you put your arm all the way over. That's it, beautiful. And come back to centre. Right, so one more little stretch before we can finish our practice today. We're going to do rocking the baby pose. So staying in cross-legged, I want you to pick up your foot, so your left foot with your right hand. That's it, so bring that foot into your other hand, that's it. And then your left hand on your knee. We're just going to start to rock our baby. So this is your little baby.
Oh yeah,
Isn't
happy.
it beautiful?
I thought you were saying happy baby.
No, that's another one.
Yeah.
So if that feels okay, you might be able to slide your foot up your arm a little bit. So we're in more of a cradle, that's it, more like a baby cradle. So you might even be able to get your foot in your elbow and then make a proper little cradle. And you should feel a nice big stretch here. Down the outside of your leg and your glutes. Do you know what your glutes are, Harry? What muscle is your glute? Nearly. Bit lower down. What's that? It's your bottom muscle, yeah, your glutes.
It's your bottom, cheek bottom.
Yeah,
Bottom
bottom
cheek.
cheek is your glutes muscle. So we're stretching that out, rocking our baby. What a pretty baby. And let's put that baby back down to bed. So we've got another baby. We need to pick up our other baby. So right hand, foot in your left hand. So first of all, just hold on to the knee. Gently start rocking that baby. This one's really hard to get to sleep. Keep rocking, and then maybe we're going to slide that foot into our elbow and start wrapping our arms around our baby. Try and stay nice and tall. So again, try not to round up. I want to keep you nice and long. I know, it's sweet. Lovely, Harry. Kissing your baby, yeah. Lovely. So let's bring that baby down as well. Put him to bed as well. And we'll just spin round onto our bottoms. So you can stay where you are, Harry. We're going to bring our bottom into the middle of our mat. We're going to take our hands behind our thighs here. That's it. So just rock backwards, a little bit lean backwards. That's it. Let's just do a few taps with our toes. So keep that spine nice and long. Tap, tip, tap. No, your toes tapping going. Lift them up. Bend at your knee. And from here, squeeze into a little ball. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to roll all the way down onto our backs. Mind your head. Lovely. And we're going to give ourselves a nice big hug. That's it. So squeeze those knees in and rock from side to side.
A bit like happy baby.
Yeah, we can do happy baby, Harry, because you like that one, don't you? So we can finish up with a nice happy baby. So for this pose, we're going to bring our arms inside our legs. And we're going to take hold of our feet. So the outside of our feet, so if you can grab them, lovely. And then we're going to show our feet to the sky. So lift your feet all the way up. So we look like a happy little baby rolling around on our backs. Does that feel nice, Harry?
Yeah, but also not happy baby.
Oh, yeah, and then so there's another pose called a dead bug that Harry likes, so we can do that one as well. So I want you to reach your arms up and your legs up as long as you can. And then just to finish off, we're going to do a dead bug pose, which is where you shake. Shake, 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 shake. That's it. Keep shaking as fast as you can. Harry, shake, 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 shake. And coming back. So one more big hug. Squeeze those knees in towards you. And then stretching those legs all the way out to the bottom of your mat. So lying down on your mat. Palms facing up. Closing your eyes. Finishing in your Shavasana. So this is a lovely way to finish all of your yoga practice. So in Shavasana we stay nice and still. We slow our breath right down. And again we try and keep our mind thinking about what we're doing right now. So thinking about the way our body's feeling and what our breath is doing. And just feeling all of that lovely energy and goodness we've created through our yoga practice today. So Harry, you stay where you want. And everyone at home can stay here as long as they like. Thank you all for tuning in. Enjoy your Shavasana and come back again. Namaste.